Hello my friends and welcome back to Dragonfall. It's episode 16. Let us proceed with our ghoulish task. See what I did there? Man, she's really sucking these days. What's her, stats are not exactly great. Okay, well, I knocked one out. Ah, this was gonna have a bash. Why didn't it attack me? That's bizarre. Oh, for crying out loud. It's a hit. Wow, would you look at that? She landed a hit. Wow, I actually hit the target. 99%. Pump 1 is fully operational. A shambling mound of ragged flesh stumbles towards you. There's a look of desperation in its eyes. Please don't shoot. The ghoul's breath reeks of rotting meat. We're not like the others. No, please listen to me. The ghoul takes another faltering step towards you. The Krieger strain takes a heavier toll on some of us than others. Many of my kin have been driven mad by the virus, but I am still sane. Krieger strain. It nods of HMHVV, the virus that has infected us, that has twisted us into this. We're not monsters, sir. We're people with an illness, incurable for now, and some of us cling to hope. Think of us as lepers, if you wish. We've lived down here under the Kurz Bazaar for years. For all that time, this place has provided refuge from the world above. We traded our labor for sustenance, both for ourselves and for our feral brothers, and we survived. Now our food supply has been interrupted, and the feral ones have gone mad with hunger. They're a danger to everybody, even us. You worked for food? Who was feeding you? A doctor, a topsider from your Kurz Bazaar. He kept us fed. The contract guaranteed it. On terms of our deal, we maintain the pumps that keep the Kurz Bazaar's sewage flowing. In return, the doctor gave us medical waste to eat, with proper rationing. We found that we could get by on what he gave us. The Decker mounted both sides to ensure our mutual cooperation, but with her death, the doctor has reigned on the deal. Without the food guaranteed by the contract, the feral ones have gone mad, and in their madness they have made it too dangerous for us to maintain the pumps. Doctor? You mean Dr. Iskybal? Yes, his contributions kept our community alive, helped us thrive, but now the Decker is gone, he has demanded payment for our feedings. We have no money, but he does not care. He tells us we must find some, or that he will let us starve. Yes, that was her name. You are the reason why the sewer system took care of itself. Yes, in truth, we would still work on the pumps even without the doctor's payments. We love our occupation. It helps us to feel human. The changes wrought by the Krieger strain require us to eat human flesh. If we don't, we wither and die. Without regular feedings, we have no choice but to hunt for our food. I think I have a solution to your problem. Yes, please, whatever you can do. Our situation is desperate. Gonna have a little talk with Dr. Iskybal. Perhaps you can convince him where we could not. We have a comlink provided to us by the Decker. It is a direct line to Iskybal's office. If you call him, he will answer. You pick up the comlink receiver. It's a custom job cobbled together from a jumble of high-end parts. It reminds you of your mission computer, Monica's handiwork. There's a series of staccato clicks as the connection is made. Dr. Iskybal's voice pours into your ears. It's thick with a blend of irritation and insolence. If you're calling me to beg again, you might as well hang up now. I've been bled by you people for too long now. There are plenty of chop shops and organ leggers out there who pay good money for... You're not talking to a ghoul, Doc, and I don't beg. Edmon. As Kybal tries to hide the surprise in his voice, he doesn't do a very good job. What are you doing on this line, my friend? It's had a very interesting conversation with some of your long-term customers. Don't know what those things have told you, Emma. They are not customers. They never paid me a thing for my services, and... they've been keeping the Kurz Bazaar sewers running, Doc. Well, yes. And I don't know why it's my responsibility to pay them for... Signed a contract. I expect you to honour it. Contracts don't last forever, and you'll forgive me for saying so, but I see no good reason to continue honouring this one. My clinic is a business, not a charity. I'm not giving my new friends any more biomaterial unless they pay me for it. ghouls don't have any money, you know that. Maybe they have something else that you want. Let's try some evil choices. I always choose the nice choices when I play by myself in these kinds of RPGs. What, like the barter system? I don't think so. I can't imagine that a bunch of sewer-dwelling monsters would have much of value to trade. People, Doctor, not monsters. Maybe they've been working for and they've already been working for their meals, or maybe you've come up with some other things for them to do. That's an interesting suggestion. I might be able to work with that. Tell you what, tell the leader I'll continue feeding them. In return, they keep the sewers maintained like they used to. They'll agree to do odd jobs for me when I call. So we're all on the same page, what sort of odd jobs are we talking about? The sort that a pack of bloodthirsty ghouls might be good at. Use your imagination. Ha! The ghouls I've spoken to are intelligent and kind. I don't think they'd want to do your dirty work for you. That's tough for them. So this is my material we're talking about. If they want to keep getting it, they need to provide something of value to me. And as you well know, they have little else of value to provide. You've heard my offer. They can do what I tell them to, or they can find their food somewhere else. It doesn't matter to me either way. Fine. Very good, and I'll tell him I'm looking forward to working with him. Could just kill his ass. I've spoken with Esquibel. He's offered to resume your feedings, but only on 2 conditions. Yes, please tell me of these conditions. We are willing to be reasonable. He wants to continue to maintain the sewers, and he wants you to do jobs for him. I see. Voice goes quiet. Tell me, what sort of jobs does he have in mind? Huh, it's voice. Man, we're still not talking about these people like they're people. It wasn't specific. I think he's talking about jobs of the bloody kind. A downcast look crosses the ghoul's face. It looks away. I am not surprised. He sees us as monsters, and he tends to force us into acting like monsters. His own pack of mindless creatures to command. We will be forced to discard that which is most precious to us and act like what the world already thinks that we are. This is the price of survival for us. This is the deal that you brokered. I'm sorry, if it's any consolation, it wasn't my idea. This is what Esquibel was willing to agree to. Well, I suppose that I must thank you. Please leave us, and please do not come back. Send it to the stash. I think I just blackmailed him when I first played through. You get a better ending that way. The fresh air of the Cruise Bazaar is a welcome relief after your time in the sewers. A cool breeze drifts across the street, carrying with it the smells of food being prepared, cheap alcohol being poured, and fires being lit against the cold. The stench of the sewers, however, still lingers in your nose, a bad olfactory aftertaste. At least the pumps are working again. Sewage overflowing into the streets would certainly smell far worse. Drake, finally, I was worried you wouldn't come back either, so tell me what happened. Everything go okay? It's taken care of. You can leave after you give me my money. What about Victor? Your friend isn't coming, I'm sorry. Christ, poor Vic. I don't know how I'm going to tell his folks. Real close-knit family they were. I found this on his body. Maybe you could give it to them. Hey, thanks, Dale. He turns over the manual in his hands, rubs his thumb over the careworn paper cover. They'll appreciate it. Here's the money I promised you. Oh, level up. Sharpshooter. One AP to cast, amazing. The ability to revive people with the pump is actually super useful. No, it doesn't sell level 3. Oh, this game hates multi-monitor so bad. Okay, here we go. I heard they put you in charge of Monica's outfit. Word travels fast around here. Old man's farts, kids across town complain of it. Need something from me? Nope, didn't mean to bother you. And I genuinely didn't. I was just walking past. I can't remember what you do with the booze. I think you sell it in the cafe. I hear you've been busy. Aren't you a bit young to be a spy? Kami puffs up indignantly and you realise how young she must really be. She couldn't be out of her teens yet. And what does that mean? If you're really going into it, you need some street smarts. You're still wet behind the ears. You'd be surprised what I know, but you don't seem like the perceptive type, so that's to be expected. She practically hisses her response and her eyes suddenly narrowed and venomous. Listen, I have better things to do right now than get ticked. We'll chat later, okay? Hey there, Tongue was just telling me you're around. I was wondering if you two might be willing to trade a story or two. What's the deal with you and a Tug? Whole ears and hands thing, plus barista junk. This isn't news and really you ought to be quiet about this sort of thing. Sure thing, boss, but you know me by now. If there's really anyone in the Chris Bazaar who I shouldn't keep you from, it's you. If only because nobody could pull the wool over your eyes. So out with it, what's your deal? Alright, suppose I've heard a lot about you around that cruise bazaar. It's only fair you know a bit about me. Never really went to school, pretty much be a street kid as long as I can remember, and there was much to learn from people outside school that I never really bothered. It makes it difficult to get a job, so as all good street kids do, I chose a place to haunt with my friends and always hung out there. That was Altug's Cafe, and he was super nice about me and mine. Felt more comfortable with him than I ever did with mine Vata. And we talked a lot while I was waiting around for my friends. He must have been fairly comfortable with me too, otherwise he wouldn't have offered me a job. William, what is it that you do? Technically I'm the barista, but like I said before, ears and hands. I like to run his errands, gather gossip, sometimes even make coffee. Much prefer hookah options though. Real coffee makes me feel paranoid. Speaking of which, I should probably get back to work. See you around. I think we can just keep talking to people over and over to catch up with their dialogue. Hey pal, missed you. Got any news stories from me? Whose stories are worth listening to? Well, that's classified information, chummer. If you stick around here and I'll figure it out soon enough. In the meantime, a little tip to start you off. I personally like chatting up the old guys. I've always got some great stories. I'm not an old man. Does that mean my stories aren't great? Cammy laughs. A lilting giggle more appropriate for her age than the way she speaks, all posturing and poise. You know what I mean? People who've been around, seen things, been there, done that, got the scars, want to chat about it. And what do they have to say? Oh, this, that, and the other thing. You can talk to them yourself if you really want the info. So make sure if you want to talk to Atung, you buy a cup of real coffee first, otherwise he won't stop pouting at you. What's his deal anyway? Well, he's taken up residence as the official Turk. Stereotypes and everything. Spy master, coffee brewer, outsider. It works for him. To make some sort of living here in the cruise bazaar, you know. He's not got a trade skill. He's not goblinized, so he couldn't hang out with Beckenbauer. If he opened a normal shop, he'd be asked by someone thinking he's stealing their job just because he's not German. The coffee shop was a good option because it's obvious. He stays exotic and does what they expect of him with the intel and stuff. Sorry about the intel dump, it's not really useful information, you probably guessed anyway at this point, but you asked, so you've been a real dog, gotten way too much information out of me though, see you around, yeah? How you been? Could be worse, kind of ways. Boink. Ah, it's him. Sure, I got no use for it. Coffee, as in real coffee? Yes, for individuals with a refined taste, offer genuine bean coffee from my native Turkey. It's a top shelf item, my friend, and not for the general public. Only those few discerning connoisseurs can properly appreciate it. I think I'm the sort who can appreciate it. Tell me about Turkish coffee. It is hand-picked by my family in Turkey, a true delicacy of the Sixth World. It's considered luxury even before the awakening, when bean coffee was everywhere. Every street corner, they say. Buragazi leans in close, lowering his voice to conspiratorial whisper. Long hours in the shop have perfumed his body with the commingled scents of coffee, incense, and applewood tobacco. Trust me, if your coffee experience has been limited to soy calf, you must not deny yourself this opportunity. You will see God. Alright, you sold me. How much? Specialty item delivered at some cost. You cannot part with it at less than 50 a cup. 50 for a cup of coffee? Too rich for my blood. Like I said, these items are not for everybody. Was there something else that interested you? Let's just do it for a laugh. Very good. Anything more I can get you? Just killing time. I'll be going now. What do I do with this coffee? I'm just going to carry it forever. Until it's cold. You get that drone fixed yet? I do, just finished before you arrived. There's a complication though. What is it? Drone's got a custom AOS stack on it. Someone wrote code that sits on the bootloader and configures the drone to only accept commands from a specific user. The thing works like a computer virus, so there's no way I can rip it out unless I get another brain from this model of a drone. Before you ask, yes, I looked into that. Problem is, it's a stolen corp drone, a discontinued model of a stolen corp drone. No parts of this thing on the market around here, so unless you know who locked this thing up so tightly, you're not going to get any more use out of it than a doorstop. Oh well, I'll ask around for its owner. Which is Blitz, who I got rid of. All the joys of rigging. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to do. Except to go to the next area. Boink, boink, and boink. Looks like they've just gotten a gear upgrade. To go with their skill upgrades. Okay, I don't remember this mission off the top of my head. OTK International is a small-time software developer, and it shows. The company's main office is crammed up against the back wall of a massive shared office park, surrounded by competing businesses and larger corporations. A steady trickle of dead-eyed wage slaves flows in and out of the complex. The park's main entrance is overflowing with hired security, but your forged keycard gets you past them easily enough. A few minutes later, and you're walking the winding corridors towards OTK International. You're only a few smashed computers away from putting Armcel's plan into motion. And smash them I shall. I don't know, maybe you can find some use for Hyper. Well, that's annoying. The only person who can actually use this kind of weapon effectively is, she's not got the smart link. Cyberware. Alright, charisma and intelligence is not useful to me anyway. I can't even remember if this is a hard mission or not. It probably isn't. It probably isn't even a hard mission. Right, it's back to building up my strength. 50, 6, 65. 65 karma required to get that all the way up. But I think if you get this all the way up, you will have like basically 99% chance to hit with some pretty extreme damage. Pass through the main doors of OTK International, you find yourself in a stretch of industrial hallway. Apparently the company is too small to warrant such amenities as a lobby or greeting area. The rest of your team is waiting for you at the OTK's side entrance outside the office park and beyond the reach of building security. Letting them in should be as easy as opening a service door. Okay, and we will open that service door next time, as that is it for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.